the book of Isaiah, chapter 50, verse 4. It says, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua had given me the tongue of the learned, that I should know how to speak a word in a season to him that is weary. He wakened it morning by morning. He wakened in my ear to hear as the learned. Okay, I want to give infinite honors and prayers to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua Ba'ashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and salutation to the items that's pushing the truth and sincerity. Lord willing, you brothers endure to the end. All right, and in this vid, as you can see, it says the tongue of the learned, okay, which is, that's not directed towards every man that's teaching a word of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, man. All right, that goes out into those men who the Lord have anointed and consecrated to do the duty of speaking his word, man. You see? So the men that have the tongue of the learned, because there's many, pretty much everybody have a tongue, all right? But what differentiate the tongue of the learned from the tongue of the unlearned is basically the scriptures, man. And Lord willing, I get it, these scriptures where brothers may be edified, man, to understand the difference between the two. Okay, I'm going to read it again as Isaiah 50 and 4. It says, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua had given me the tongue of the learned. Well, wait a minute. It says given. It didn't say that he taught his own self. All right, he went to some type of theological school and became this great speaker and this well-versed man in the scriptures to where, all right, he just could just speak the word of the Lord fluently, man, and have the understanding of how to rightly divide the word of the Most High, man. Because the majority of these people out here just believe they just speakers of the Lord, man. Hey, they think they real big speakers, man. You see? But the men of the Lord are the mouthpiece of the Lord, are the ambassadors that brings the word through an edifying manner. You see? Because the tongue of the learned, okay, is gonna know how to rightly divide the word of truth. All right, matter of fact, this second Maccabees chapter 15, I'm gonna start at 15 and you brothers can read on your own time. It's a beautiful chapter. All right. It says, whereupon Jeremiah holding forth his right hand gave to Judas a sword of gold, and in giving it spake thus, take this holy sword, a gift from Yahweh, with the which thou shalt wound thy adversaries. You see? So there's a holy sword to which we wound our adversaries. Now, was this basically telling Jeremiah to go and take a sword and kill people? No, man. Because the tongue is as a sword, man. You see? Matter of fact, let me see if I could get this. Be Lord willing, I could grab it real quick, man. All right, look for it in the apocrypha. Bear with me. Right, this is Sirach 28 and 17. It says, the stroke of the whip maketh it marks in the flesh, but the stroke of the tongue breaketh bones. You see? Because going back to Proverbs 18, it says a wounded spirit who can bear, man. You see? So the tongue of the learned is a holy sword. It's a gift from the Most High. All right? And the gift that the Lord basically divided between his men or gave amongst his men, it goes out to his elect men, man. They're the men with the gifts on the earth, man, which bringeth them before great men, man. You see? Which are in the house of the Lord, or vessels made unto honor. Those are who those gifts was distributed to, man, or the Most High. You see, those spiritual gifts, for lack of a better statement. But it says, I'm going to read 2 Maccabees 15 and 15. It says, whereupon Jeremiah holding forth his right hand gave to Judas a sword of gold, and in giving it spake thus, Take this holy sword, a gift from God, which with the which thou shalt wound the adversary. Yeah, it's like, the Lord have given his men a golden tongue, man. It says, thus being well comforted by the words of Judas, which were very good and able to stir them up to valor and to encourage the hearts of the young men, they determined not to pitch camp, but to courageously to set upon them and manfully try to matter by conflict, because the city and the sanctuary and the temple were in danger, man. And when the holy scriptures, okay, are in danger of being not rightly divided or broken down or spoken of not according to scriptural or biblical terminology, then guess what, man? That's when the defenders of the gospel come in, man. All right, the learned men. All right, the learned men, they come into the tongue of the learned. They come in and defend, man. They're on the defense. Meaning what? They're not in aggression mode, because the tongue of the learned, they covered the prophesy, or rather teach, man. All right. We don't want to get in controversy with men, but we are defenders of the gospel, man. You see? Because we had a guy that come to the camp, his tongue was completely unlearned and he couldn't bridle it, man. Matter of fact, let me get that. You see? He couldn't bridle his tongue. This James. But the tongue of the learned, he know how to bridle himself. Okay? He know how to keep on this body, man. Y'all with me? All right. This James chapter 3 and verse 2. It says, for in many things we offend all. If any man offend not in word, the same is a perfect man and able also to bridle the whole body. Right. To keep under subjection, like Paul said, man. All right. But when you're not learned, you don't have that tongue which speaketh the truth, you see, then you're going about flattering your own way, man. It says a fool flattereth at the lips, man. Okay? Spewing out madness, mischievous madness. All right? Not knowing or understanding the things that he's saying is coming from a dark place, man. Because he that is learned speak of light. You see? But this, the Lord said he'll give us a mouth that the adversaries, can't gainsay or resist, you see? Matter of fact, get into Luke 21 real quick. And like when we teaching Jake, man, Jake just have it set in his mind, man, like, man, I already know. Jake come up to being taught, thinking he on the level, man. You see, but many who are unlearned, they wrestle with the scriptures because they try to teach them, but they haven't been taught from the tongue of the learned. This Luke 20, 21 and 15. It says, for I will give you a mouth and wisdom, which a tongue and a ready mind. Okay? Which all your adversaries shall not be able to gainsay nor resist. Come up against it, man. The scriptures can't be broken. Who have broken the scriptures, man? Definitely not a man that's unlearned. You see? The scriptures can't be broken, man. And we come at the men who have the tongue of the learned are coming directly out of the scriptures, man. You see? This Psalms 37 and 30, and it reads, it says, the mouth of the righteous speaketh wisdom, and his tongue talketh of judgment. Because a man who mind is occupied in prophecy, he knoweth the judgment that the Lord executed, man. And an evil man understand not judgment, man. So he speak according to what he understand. You see, a man with a learned tongue, he speak according to he studied the answer. The righteous studied the answer. You see, they give mind to the things that they're deliberating, all right, or delivering to people, man. You see? But when you don't, you're not you're not well versed, all right? You're not well traveled through the scriptures, and you'll speak and say anything, man. Things like, well, the scriptures speak about mutations in the no, man. You unlearned. Okay? And it's okay to be unlearned. We always unlearn at a point, man. We still all learning, all right? But it's still a separation between those that have the word of the Lord and those that don't, man. All right? It's levels to things, man. Even the men who have the word of the Lord, all right, it's different levels. Some may have a higher level of wisdom according to the measure of the portion which the Lord gave unto them, man. All right? But nonetheless, all the Lord men, they are the tongue of the learned, man. They are the tongue that ran it in the earth, man. To tell you, to tell you the difference between good and evil, man. They're the men that set up to do that. You see? It says 31, the law of God is in his heart, bro, indicting a great matter. None of his steps shall slide. You see? This Psalms, jump 45 and 2. I'm going to start at 1. It says, my heart is indicting a good matter, which goes back to your lie. Okay? And I speak, once your heart indict a good matter, which that good matter is these scriptures, thinking upon these scriptures, all right? Letting your voice mimic letting your voice mimic the knowledge of the book, man. The holy scriptures, the holy scrolls, you see? Let me get that word indicting. You see? Let me get that. Lord willing, let's see what that's about. All right. This Psalms. What that's 44. Let's see. Bear with me. 45 and 1. Let's just get it. It said, my heart is indicting to keep moving, stir, to crush, indict. Okay. Ball of metaphor. To be moved. Okay, moving. So his heart is moving in a good matter. I speak of things which I have made touching the king. All right, which the king is Yahweh Shah, man. My tongue is the pen of a ready writer. Now check that out. So touching the things of the king, which is the Mashiach Yahweh Shah. Didn't Paul say, be followers of me as I'm followers of Yahweh Shah? My tongue is the pen of a ready writer. And the tongue of the learned is the pen of a ready writer, man. That was given commandments to write down that which he heard, man. Which the men of the Lord was all consecrated, basically, those holy men that was moved by the Holy Ghost, and they was ready to write, man. As the Spirit of the Lord moved on them. And that's how we ready to speak. As the Spirit of the Lord move on us now, we went from those writers, right, to those speakers. Which the same people, the prophets of old that's written this book, are the men that's prophesying now. It's just they're speaking the things which they wrote, which make their tongue make their tongue is the pen of a ready writer. You see? It says, thou art fairer than the children of men. Grace is poured into thy lips. Therefore, Yahweh had blessed thee forever. Because the Lord had poured forth grace in the mouth of the learned, man. All right? That their tongue may utter the things that may be manifest and known of Yahweh Yahweh Shah. You see? And remember, it's a gift. All right? So, this Proverbs 15. Bear with me. Okay. It's Proverbs 15 and 2. It says the knowledge, Salaki. It says the tongue of the wise use it knowledge aright. You see? So they use it knowledge aright. All right. They know how to, they basically know how to maneuver in the word of the Lord, man. All right, because the tongue of the unlearned, they don't know that you must go precept upon precept, line upon line, here a little, there a little, go into the origin or etymology of words. You see? So when these things are brought forth to those that are unlearned, then guess what? They wrestle with it, man. Or they feel like, man, you're trying to downplay my knowledge. Well, you don't have the knowledge unless you're learned or skilled in the word of the Most High, man. He who is unskillful in the word of the Most High is a babe. You see? It says the tongue of the wise uses knowledge aright, but the mouth of fools pour it out foolishness. You see? Babbling, vain jangling, just all over the place, man. This Proverbs 10 and 31, it says, the mouth of the just bringeth forth wisdom. The mouth of the just bringeth forth wisdom, man. An upright man. He bring forth wisdom, man. He bring forth that knowledge that you could apply, man, and it'll be profitable to you, man. Wisdom is knowledge applied, man. But it can only come from those that are learned, man, and have came of age. You see? In the word of the Lord, man. It says, but the forward tongue shall be cut out. Yeah, man. There are those people who think they're on some kind of level, all right? Or think they could challenge the men of the Lord, man. You lost in your thoughts, man. You're lost in your thoughts, man, because you're unlearned, man. You're unbalanced. You're unskilled. All right? You're unprofitable to your own self, man. You see, matter of fact, let me get that. There's bear with me. It's profitable to his own self. Bear with me. Bear with me, I'll find it. He teacheth many, but it's unprofitable to his own self, meaning he unfucking skilled, man. It's a locky. What is this? A rock? I'm gonna kind of. Hey, I'll get this one, man. It's Sirach 27 and 11. It says the discourse of a godly man is always with wisdom. What your discourse is the counsel, all right? Take counsel with. It says, but a fool change it as the moon. So a fool, he gonna double down on what he said, man. He gonna be double-minded. All right, he ain't gonna remember the things that he recite. All right, but yeah, a discourse of godly man is with wisdom, man. He's watching after his words carefully, man. You see? Trying to find it. Yeah. This Sirach 37 and it is it. 19, it says, there is one that is wise and teacheth many, and yet is unprofitable to himself. Well, if you teaching everybody, but you can't profit yourself, then what you teaching is unprofitable, man. You see? There is one that showeth wisdom in words and is hated. He shall be destitute of all food. For grace is not given to him from the Lord, because he is deprived of all wisdom. If you deprived of wisdom, then you're not learned. All right? It says, another is wise to himself, and the fruits of understanding are commendable in his mouth. You see? So it's commendable to him. The things that he's spewing out, he believes, man. So it's good for his soul, man. All right? It's not good to the edifying of the body, man. So the tongue of the learned uses the words to the edifying of the body, man, to build up other men. The tongue of the unlearned is to build up his own self, man. He's convincing his own self because it's not believable. All right, it ain't factual. He have nothing to fall back on. It's just a whole lot of emotions, man. Emotional vibrations, man, that he believe in, man. Nobody's believing that shit, man. When you have a source, all right, we have a source and a resource. Yahweh Yahweh Shah. And we back up everything through them, man. All right? But this back in Proverbs. It's 20. 25 and 11. And it reads, a word fitly spoken is like apples of gold and pitchers of silver, man. Because the righteous know when to speak it and when to hold it, man. You see? So it be a word fitly spoken. It's like apples of gold and pitchers of silver, man. You see? Let me get this word fitly right here. Let's get it. All right? Because it stands out, man. It stands out. All right? And it's useful. It's useful in this season, man. There's a yeah. Let's see something. Okay. There ain't no root to it. It's just saying will. Alright. That's cool. But yeah, man. A word fitly spoken is like apples of gold and pitchers of silver, which those apples will stand out. Meaning that word is going to stand out, man. You see? This get out of here. Proverbs 21 and 23. It says, whoso keepeth his mouth and his tongue, keepeth his soul from trouble, man. Only to learn know these things, man. All right? According to wisdom, man. All right? If wisdom roll off your tongue, man, okay, you're not going to be indicted off the things you say, man. Because the things that you say can get you persecuted, man. Hey, the tongue is a small member, but boy, it kindle a large fire, man. All right? Remember, it bridles it the whole body, man. So when a man can keep it his tongue, you know, of not spewing that which is ungodly, all right, he keepeth his soul from trouble. You see? This Proverbs 12 and 13, it says the wicked, no, 12 and 13. The wicked is snared by the transgression of his lips. That's not a learned man. Can't trap a man by what he say, a man of the Most High, by what he say, man. Because he going against the words of the law. You can't trap the words of the Lord up. It says, but the just shall come out of trouble. Because a man should be satisfied with the good of the fruit of his mouth, man. You see? This Sirach, now get this and get out of here. Now I've been somewhat rambling. Right? This Sirach 18 and 17. It says, bear with me. It says, lo, is not a word better than a gift, but both are with a gracious man. Yeah, they say a gift destroyed the heart. The men of the Lord, not the gifts of the men of the Lord, man. They're profitable for swapping out. All right, what? Building you up, right? A man, a righteous man, bringing a gift, and he bringing it before a great man. A man's gift bringing him before a great man, man. You see? So a word is, lo, it's not a word better than a gift, but both are with a gracious man. The word of the Lord and a gift, man. Remember the gift of gab, right? That's given into those who are teachers, prophets, and apostles. You know, they know how to wield their sword, man. Your tongue is a sharp instrument, man. You know, it could be detrimental to you, or it could be that which is that which is profitable, man. It could be profitable or unprofitable. You see? But there's Wisdom of Solomon 10 and 21. It says, for wisdom opened the mouth of the dumb and made the tongues of them that cannot speak eloquent, man. Yeah, because though you be rude in speech, yet not knowledge. All right, because people look at the tongue of the learned, they want them to have no blemishes. All right, they want them to have this earthly fashion. You know, they need to have a suit on because we speak in the word of the Lord. So we're not learned because we don't look up the Paul. You know, we might have a stammering speech. Somewhat we might use vulgar language or harsh language. All right, or what these people would like in this society is curse words, right? That mean, well, they can't be the tongue of the learned, of the men of the Lord. The tongue of the learned are the men of the Lord, man. You see? They opened the mouth of the dumb, man, and made the tongues of them that cannot speak eloquent. It made us more sophisticated, all right? You know, it made you a better speaker, overall, better person. Come on, man. It did that which was in the duty to do for the Most High, man. To the men, man. It increased them, you know, on different and several levels, man. But the tongue of the wise, bro, is, come on, man. Yeah, you can't do nothing against it, man. You can't gainsay against it. This is Ephesians 4 and 29. It says, let no corrupt communication proceed out of your mouth, man, for the learned man, but that which is good to the use of edifying, which the learned man, the learned tongue do, the men that the tongue of the learned man, that it may minister grace unto the hearers, man. So that's the duty, man. It's not to pull men away, but the Lord said, I'm gonna make you fishers of men by what? The way of the word. The tongue, man. I mean, how you gonna get a man to serve the Lord if you just out there with a Bible and you muted at the mouth, man? And a lot of these men that's unlearned, they need to mute their mouth, man. You see? Because it's not their job to fish for men. It's the job of the tongue of the learned to fish for men. But with that, man, I hope it was edifying. Till next time, I want to say shalom.